Hello guys, so we are now here with Yawn Rong, who is co-founder of one of the most popular Web3 apps today called StepN, with which you can just move and earn some additional coins, which is GMT, and it has like crazy trading volumes on all the top exchanges now, and it's already top 60 coin on CoinMarketCap. Nice to have you here, Yawn.
Thank you.
So can you tell us about your involvement in crypto? How did you get started? In which projects were you involved before?
Okay, so I got in crypto around mid-2017, so it was very good time. I missed the BNB ICO, but there was many other projects. So basically riding the wave from mid-2017 all the way to the February of 2018, and then we get into the bear market, and then get into the crypto winter for 2 years, and but did a lot of Bitcoin minings back in 2019, and then basically ride the DeFi wave, and then a little bit of the NFT wave. So in the meantime, I became the several representatives of blockchain industry in Australia, and also start my crypto VC, start my crypto incubator. I think in 2019, I became the Algorand ambassador. So generally just more around the investing and trading side. Lately, I think last year we got into the OTC tradings in Australia. So, but never did any crypto project, and then StepN basically the first one.
So how did the idea of starting StepN come to you?
So I think one day actually I went to my neighbor's house, Jerry, and we had a beer or two, and then we just start, just have a conversation, and then somehow we landed on Axie Infinity, and then we basically just did a product analysis on Axie, and we think there are so many improvements we can do. So Jerry is in the game industry, so he make games, mobile game. And then we say, hold on a second, right? You're in the game, I'm in the crypto. If we merge our team together, we actually can build something, which we did. So we merged our two companies together in September last year, and around 18 people. And then we just basically started to have the idea. So initially it was a very heavy, like a game, have a narrative, have a lot of like a game element, not as simple as now. And then we started to realize, as we build it, we started to realize that we cannot do a game, that will limit, people onboarding. So we actually remove as many game elements as possible to make a game-like app. And now we have the StepN.
And actually, I know there were some similar projects before, but your project just skyrocketed and really took off. Why do you think that happened? Why did similar projects before didn't succeed?
I think what we did is we really lowered the users' expectation in the beginning, and so what we did is that we didn't sell the NFT. We just give away, and we do like token airdrops. We give away a lot of things. So really, that bootstrapped the initial users. Initially, we give like iPhone, tokens, and we give an NFT. So everything that just help people to be on board, but have a very low expectation. And when people have a low expectation, it's very easy for us to manage. And we just keep under promise and over delivery. And we built something that is functional. We integrated everything together. So I think initially it's also very hard because we haven't built all the the integrated, like the DEX, the NFT marketplace, and the wallet. So we'll add that in the future, in the later stage, and make people easy to use. And when that happened, the conversion rate increased a lot, and also it helped us to scale to the people that never actually used crypto product before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have a much broader audience than other GameFi type project, because when you are Either we have seen that either like very heavily focused on the fitness, which only, the app is only really suitable for elite, or we have like a very heavily gamified project, which actually targeting the gamers. They are not targeting to the general public, so we're trying to make something that one, you don't have to be really fit to use the app. You can just walk outdoors. And two, you don't have to be a hardcore gamer to play the app. We want to have like a minimum level of GameFi element, so that even people don't like play games can also participate.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting concept when you are paid for the stuff which you anyway do in your life. And actually, can you tell us how one can start playing StepN? I know it's some kind of looks similar to Clubhouse model, that you need activation code to get in. Why did you decide to use it?
Okay, so I think our model is better than Clubhouse, because Clubhouse you have like 3 invitations and that's it. But with our model, you can generate invitation code when you use it. So it can be replenished. You can invite as many people as possible, but you have to gradually introduce them to the app. It's all about having a healthy growth, because as we see from Clubhouse, it's really people looking for the code once they get into the app, and they look around and then that's it. So we don't want that happen. We want people to sort of helping each other for onboarding new users, to give them a hand. And so that takes time. And also with activation code implementation to the app, limiting people to get in, that will ensure that the growth of the app could be prolonged for a very long time. And we will have a better user experience as we are continuing to improve the app. So people onboarding later, they are not missing out. So they actually have a much better user experience. And the people that are using the app in the early age will experience bug here and there, but we do constant existing user rewarding program. We drop 45 million GMT tokens to our early supporters, and that now worth about $130 million. And we just airdrop another batch of 10,000 BSA sneakers, and that's another couple $1 million worth of sneakers drop to the users.
Yeah, that is generous.
So we do constantly provide benefit to the existing user as they will experience some issues, but we look after them. So I think it's a good trade, and yeah, so that's the reason we introduced the activation code system.
And first, you described that it was free to start playing StepN, so all NFT sneakers were offered for free, but now you have to pay for them, right?
We never. So how this works is the sneaker can, it's like making babies, right? People put 2 sneakers together and then they make another one by burning some tokens. So people are selling sneakers to each other. So we drop 10,000 sneakers just to bootstrap the whole ecosystem. They have to start from somewhere. So that's the reason we dropped 10,000 Genesis sneakers. And then people that get the Genesis sneaker, they can starting to make new sneakers and then sell to other users, and the other users get that sneaker and make more, etc., etc. So it's more like how human population grow in a sense. Everybody, every 2 sneakers need to produce 2 more sneakers to make the balance. So we refer a lot of with the health system and also with the population growth. We see the model for how the population grow on planet Earth, and we take reference for that.
And what is the minimal budget required to start playing and using StepN?
For that, it will be on the Solana. I think the floor price is about 13 Solana at the moment. So minimum you're gonna get 1 pair of sneakers. But I think that the reason we design that way is that we want to make this a lifestyle and also a lifetime app, meaning that people really should starting just to enjoy the journey. So you have one pair of sneakers, you're probably gonna take you a couple weeks to save up to buy another pair, and then you're gonna save further, and then you'll be able to mint. Then you have 3 sneakers. Once you have 3 sneakers, your energy doubled, meaning that you can earn more, and so on and so forth. So we do that to mimic sort of how I think wealth is being accumulated. It's always difficult in the beginning, but as the people pick up the pace, it's getting easier and easier down the track.
Mm-hmm. And can you describe the differences between each sneaker, and what do you recommend for the new users, what sneakers to select?
There are 4 types of sneakers and 5 qualities. It sounds a lot, but effectively we break into the walker and the runner, basically. So we have walker, jogger, runner, and trainer. That's the 4 types. Walker is mainly for people just want to stroll outdoors. You only require to move above 1 kilometer per hour. And for runner, basically have to run. So their sneaker have this like optimal speed intervals. You have to move in between these speed intervals in order to make the most. If you fall below or go above this speed limit, you will not be able to earn much tokens. So that's especially difficult for people with a runner because they have to really run fast. And because the runner, you have to run, the runner will always earn more than the jogger and trainer. So the slower the speed, you earn the least, and then the higher speed you have to earn the most. And trainer is something that is like all-terrain type of sneaker. So you can move in any speed between 1 to 20 kilometers per hour. And the earning will also fluctuate randomly. So the trainer is more like a wild card. So you either earn a lot or you earn not so much. So the earning is randomized every day.
And as well, to start playing and to own these tokens, you need to share your GPS, your location. So how does StepN comply with data sharing laws?
The data sharing law basically are tied up to the Apple and Google sort of a developer agreement. So, there's like very lengthy document we have to go through to be complied with the Apple and Google, and also on data collections, access to user sport data. We have to actually register through a particular certificate in order to access that. So, I mean, if we are not compliant with the data and locations, data collection, we simply cannot be on the App Store. So I have to be compliant to that. And when Google and Apple doing the code reviews, then we'll also check on that as well.
I got it. And you selected to build on Solana. Why did you prefer this chain?
I think when we make the decisions, we're looking at several aspects. One is that we aim to facilitate millions of people to use the app, meaning that the transaction has to be fast and the cost of transaction has to be low. And with that requirement, there's already not many on the market. And then they have to have a basic infrastructure built already, like we use swap, and we have to use like wallet structures, and they have to have NFT protocols. So they have all these infrastructures already done. Then we can tap into this. Otherwise, I have to build everything from ground up, which will take too long time to do. So, and also at that time, Solana have the Ignition Hackathon, which is actually attracting us to participate, and that's also very good to bootstrap also the initial users. And we say, okay, if we win, we'll maybe get some attention. Then we can maybe get initial investment and also get initial users, which we did. And that's how we get our first batch of users. And then they stay with us along the journey, and they've been doing well.
Was it hackathon in Lisbon or in some other location?
Yeah, that's a Lisbon one. That's an Ignition last year, around October last year.
Cool. I was there too, but I haven't heard about StepN yet at that time.
Yeah, we got the first place at the gaming track, so not the first one, so probably not much attention at the time.
I guess. And as well, you recently released some new sneakers in partnership with ASICS on Binance Chain and listed it on Binance NFT marketplace. Can you tell more about that?
Yes, so I think our ambition is really to become not only a lifestyle platform, but also something that making this brand a Web3 sneaker brand. And to do that, we really want to do the partnership with existing sneaker brand. And so that that's the reason we're sort of doing the brand association. So we're going to do more than just ASICS. We're going to do other brand partnerships, and you know, because we are the only one at the moment providing actual utility use cases for NFT sneakers, and I think that's a more of a strategic sort of benefit for us, because all the sneaker brands, not all, but majority of sneaker brands will want to have a Web3 presence. And rather than do it alone, you know, they can partner with us, and then we'll get them access to the Web3 audience. I think that's good, because that's sort of the bridging the Web2 and Web3. I think that's very good use cases.
And what is your opinion about Metaverse, and do you plan any integrations with any Metaverses?
I think the Metaverse is still, I think, a long way to go. And just my own opinion is that instead of building the Metaverse, which we're thinking about, we should just build like a meta structure. Because immersive gameplay, I think probably will still have some time to develop, other than just like a goggle, you know, VR type of thing. I think that has to be more immersive. So if we are really not that near the real metaverse people imagine, that just like the Ready Player One type of metaverse, I would rather say we probably can do better with AR, you know, to have a augmented reality through the mobile. I think that might be a better way for now, and we will be able to build infrastructures to facilitate that, to build a series of infrastructures, and linked each other. So the Move2earn will be just one of them, the structures, and we're building more basically to bridge people, and then effectively we can build some sort of a social network. I think realistically speaking, building a social network on Web3 will be, I think, much easier than building a metaverse, because a metaverse, you have to have all these infrastructures ready. Then you can talk about metaverse. But now we haven't done that yet. So we can do this step by step.
And let's talk as well a bit about your token, GMT. How do you support the price of the token? And it's as well probably one of the few tokens which still rises even when the whole market dumps. So how do you prevent people who just own this token for free from dumping it?
We are spending a lot of time on the anti-cheatings, and that reason is we need to make sure that the token has been produced through workout. So it's more of proof of work type of token. People have to physically go outdoors and spend their time and energy, then they earn their tokens. So when something that comes with a price, you will have a very strong support, because people will not selling the token below what they are thinking it worth. And versus people are botting or hacking or using script to run other type of project. For us, we need to make sure that there has to be a cost associated with the token. That's number one. And number two is that the token has to have an actual use in the app. So now the GMT token have a lot of use cases. For example, minting sneakers now require GMT. And in the next patch update, we're going to increase the GST earning cap through burning the GMT. And so the constant consumption of the GMT will also equivalently create a constant purchase of the GMT. So giving a context is that over 50 million GMT has already been burned in last month, meaning that that's almost 8 to 10% of the circulating supply of the GMT token. So it is the demand of the sneakers create a huge demand of the GMT. And by removing the GMT through burning, it will also create a very strong support alongside with the actual cost of the token. And that create a very strong support. And we haven't seen the price having very volatile reactions with the 50 base point increase even before the announcement. The market was panicking a couple of weeks ago for that. It shows that if we can actually put the use cases of the token price will and the value will stay at a fair value levels.
Mm-hmm. And as well on your roadmap, you have implementation of SocialFi by the end of this year. Can you tell more about this?
I think SocialFi is an interesting aspect because people in this industry believe that SocialFi will be connected through the wallet. But to me, I think SocialFi is more than connect with wallet, it's more connecting the people. And especially we as human is a social animal, and meeting face-to-face is important. So I think we want to take the opportunity to use this Web3 app to connect real people in real life. Not on the metaverse, but in real life. So we wanted to people, so we are running like a gradually offline event to introduce people to StepN and also to facilitate a offline community. And although it doesn't qualify as a SocialFi because it doesn't have the financial bit, but I think we cannot do the financial bit unless we have already a social network. So building a strong social network, having the sneaker as their social identity and to represent part of the social graph, I think is the first step. And then once we have built that, it will be a very robust community. And then we can talk about SocialFi. So I think there's a two-step sort of roadmap. We need to actually build a strong social tie and network first. And then we talk about how we can incentivize people within this social network.
Mm-hmm. And can you share some more plans for the development of StepN, and do you have any future partnerships with any brands in place?
We are definitely talking to a few other brands, but until we can make an announcement, people have to wait a little bit more. And with the future plan, we will do more on the achievement, the quiz, LBS system. So those are all the key features we're going to introduce in the Q3 this year. And that will bring more game elements by introducing new items in the app. We are actually releasing in the next update, we will release some new items alongside with the badge system. So there will be a lot to expect. We plan to finish the GameFi element development by the end of this year. And then next year, we can focus on the social side.
Yeah, this is cool. We'll follow more updates from you. Thank you for such interesting conversation.
Thank you.